The 2024 Developer Direct for Xbox has happened, but what games have been announced? We are going to go through a quick summary of the games, some bits about them, and when to expect them. From Obsidian Entertainment comes a first-person RPG, Avowed. The combat in this game looks pretty awesome, allowing you to mix and match different weapons in order to play the way you want to. You can use magic, melee and guns, with customizable loadouts for quick switching. This game also gives you the ability to dual wield or mix it up and use a sword with a wand and a shield, or other combinations of weapons. You can build and progress your character the way that you want to, as well as take on quests that allow you to choose the outcome that can actually have different effects in the game world, allowing you to see the consequences of your actions. As you would expect from an RPG like this, it's open world with various different biomes, allowing you to explore at your leisure and experience the world at your own pace. Avowed is set to release on Xbox, PC and Game Pass this coming fall. From Ninja Theory comes Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Set in the 10th century and continuing on from the first game, Hellblade 2 is a short narrative-driven experience that tells the story of a Celtic warrior, Senua. Senua is a woman that experiences psychosis. She can see things that nobody else can see and hear voices that are in her head. She also has her own ideas and beliefs about the world, and all of this comes together as she conquers her fears and becomes a beacon of hope for those around her. On her mission, she'll encounter various different types of enemies, using her sword and her wits to battle them in an all-new combat system. Playing this game with headphones is the only real way to experience it. The first game really made you realize how debilitating psychosis can be, and I was able to appreciate how there are so many people out there that experience it and somehow manage to operate and live a normal life. I found that I had to play the first game in sessions, as it could get difficult to concentrate with the voices coming from all around, and it really made me realize how difficult life can be for anyone that has to live with psychosis. But this game ramps it up with more advanced technology to create a more realistic and immersive experience. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is coming to Xbox, PC and Game Pass May 21st. Square Enix brings us Visions of Mana. A game that started its life as Final Fantasy Adventures, Visions of Mana is a third-person open-world action RPG game with companions that allow you to travel the world, a fast-paced action-style combat system that allows you to fight enemies using aerial combat, elemental magic, and even elemental weapons. This is a very quick one. Visions of Mana is releasing on Xbox for the first time, and it's coming to Xbox and PC this summer. Oxide Games brings us Ara, History Untold. A mixture of 4X strategy and historical strategy games, Ara is a civilization-style game with new advancements and a robust game engine in order to create a living world that allows you to advance your nation the way that you want to. The world is procedurally generated, and it's a alternative Earth that reflects your decisions and shows you the effects that you're having as a nation. It's not just a static map, it is a real world map that shows you what you're doing, how you're affecting the lives of those around you, and more importantly, how your nation is growing through time. This means that you actually see animals moving around a map, you see things being built in real time as you play through the game. It has a prestige system that grows your prestige in certain categories as you build out your nation, a crafting system that allows you to craft certain things to trade or even weapons so that you can create an army. Ara is not a turn-based game either, as all players progress at the same time, which means that it's not necessarily turn-based in the way that you're all simultaneously taking your turn at the same time. Ara History Untold comes to PC and PC Game Pass this fall. Machine Games, led by executive producer Todd Howard, is bringing us Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person action adventure that puts you into the shoes of Indiana Jones, bringing us fighting, puzzles, whips, mysteries, and his hat. Indiana Jones looks to be an awesome game. It's a narrative-driven action-adventure game where you can fight enemies using your fists, whip, or your gun. The game is a first-person game, except for certain actions like climbing that pulls the camera back to a third-person view. There are story-based puzzles and traps, as well as hidden optional puzzles available during your playthrough that makes it worthwhile to explore the environment if you want the extra challenge. It's especially good for completionists and people that like to find things. The game allows you to fight face-to-face, stealthily sneak around the enemy, or use the environment to your advantage. You can also use your whip in combat to grab, drag, or trip enemies as a distraction, or even use it for traversal. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle comes to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass later this year. Developer Direct has given us an insight into some decent games coming this year. But if you want insight into other games past and present, remember to subscribe and check out my take on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on the left, or the top 10 best-selling games of 2023 on the right. I've been GreenLycan, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.